What is wrong with this football club? I just don't get it. What is wrong? What's the remedy? What's the cure? Because the nonsense year in, year out, transfer window in, transfer window out, that manages to come out from new angles as well. Oh, you thought that was some bullshit? Check this one out. Oh, you thought that was some nonsense? Check this one out. It's like they want to beat the last bit of nonsense they've done. And listen, we've had bigger examples of nonsense in the past, but someone help me understand what a pay rise for Leandro Trossard, but not an extension, just a pay rise, does for us. Does it improve his value? No. Does it make him more sellable? No. In fact, the opposite. His wages are higher. A problem we're finding with other players in the club still here 2 weeks off deadline day that should have been moved 2 weeks after the season ended. But we thought now's the right time to give Trossard a pay rise to indicate his value in the squad. I thought he had a year left. The guy has 2 years left. We didn't need to worry about Leandro. He's a squad player. He does what a squad player needs to do. He comes in when called upon. He turns up when called upon, especially off the bench. And that's it. When called upon. Where that went a bit left in the season, just gone, is that we're bringing in Sterling deadline day, another example of nonsense, year in, year out, transfer window in, transfer window out. We're bringing in Sterling for no reason whatsoever, only to realize that Trossard's probably the best of the lot. So he becomes a starter, in and out the side. And that's where maybe his value has been forgotten a little bit. I want to keep Trossard. Don't forget that, people. I want to keep Trossard, but I didn't want to give him a pay rise. I thought he had a year left. I said, see it out. 2 years, even better. See it out. That's someone who's Premier League proven off the bench. You need that in a squad that's going to go on, hopefully, to win things. I say hopefully. I mean, that hopefully is fading by the minute, by the day. We've given him a pay rise. A Gunner blog announced it. And to be honest with you, usually I go off Fabrizio and Ornstein, but Gunner blog and Arsenal, it's like custard and cake. So you might as well believe it. Exclusive, he says. Leandro Trossard has agreed a new deal at Arsenal Football Club. 30-year-old will have salary increased to reflect valued role in squad. Deal not extended, will still run to 2027. Someone make sense of that for me. Someone make sense of that for me. Oh, it's okay. Silly me. We're paying Madueke 50k wages. So we saved money on that deal, innit? That's how it goes, right? Someone make one of you positivity rainbow rosy merchants in the comments. Let me know what sense you make of this, because you make sense of everything. So just tell me how this one falls into that rainbow of sense. Just tell me. It even weakens the whole Madueke signing argument. Oh, he's a left winger. Well, unless we go and move Martinelli on in the next few days. Yeah, and that is a big unless. Let's be real here. Unless we go and move on Martinelli in the next few days, act a bit ruthless as we should have been much earlier on in the window, and bring in an upgrade by that deadline day, which is not long away, 12 days and counting. I don't see how this Trossard news makes sense. We've just given him a pay rise. I know our wage to turnover ratio and all of that is in a positive place, but so what? Are we just gifting out pay rises then? He was on 100k a week, so I don't know what he's on now. 120, 140, probably in or around that. Like I said, it doesn't make him more sellable. It doesn't increase his time at the club. It's just a sorry, Leandro, we tried to sell you, but you know what? Here's an extra 20, 40 bags a week, and just call it even. That's the only sense I can make of it, because just a couple of days ago, the rumors, albeit rumors I didn't break news on because it wasn't Fabrizio or Ornstein, were that Leandro is the one that's up for grabs, the one most likely to be sold. Well, unless this is some sort of behind the back, under the counter deal with another club that results in him moving on in the next few days and keeping the same wage. What did Denzel say in Training Day? The shit's chess, not checkers. Nah, this shit is Uno. It's snap. It's simple. It's backwards. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. And not only that today, there's more to talk about before we do. Yo, my people, quick one. Have you ever landed in another country, turned off airplane mode, and been instantly hit with your network's roaming charges, fees, whatever you want to call them? I have, and it ain't easy. It's 2025 and we've got astronauts streaming movies in space, but these mobile networks are still struggling to provide affordable and reliable mobile data abroad. It's been a big problem for me until now. Welcome Airalo, the world's first and largest eSIM marketplace. No more worrying about which bolt-on to use, no more hunting for local SIM cards. With Airalo, you download the eSIM straight to your phone. Do it before you leave. Stay connected from the moment you land. They're trusted by over 20 million travelers. Airalo have affordable data plans for over 200 different countries and regions. They keep things simple. It's all digital and you get to keep your same number. I've been Africa. Airalo sorted me out. I've been Asia. Airalo sorted me out. I've been North Cyprus and we ain't even recognized, but Airalo sorted me out. Save time, save money. Install Airalo today so you can stay connected wherever you travel. Use my code TurkishLDN to get $3 off your first eSIM. There's a QR code on the screen. There's a link in the description and I've even pinned one in the comment section, people. Make it make sense. Shout out Airalo. You know what to do, people. Show Airalo some love. There you go. Link. It's there. Sort it out. But moving on from Trossard and the pay rise, why not? We've got money to burn. Why not? We saved money on Madueke, 50k wages. Oh my God. Why not? We saved money on Garcia, 30 million keeper. I don't know why we were about to do that, but we saved money, no? 5 million Kepa. Great deal. Remember that? Great business. Good business. Business. Remember that? Huyson was linked. Again, I don't get why considering the price tag, but he was linked. We love a defender. We got Mosquera in. Less than half the price. Okay. Tomiyasu out the door. Okay. Cool. Saved a bit of money there as well. Who else we got this summer? There's definitely more. We paid more for Zubimendi long term in order to pay less short term, if that makes sense. We paid more long term to pay less short term. I remember seeing that. Now, I might be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure that the release clause we paid about 10 mil more, maybe euros, in order to be able to split it up a bit more and, you know, soften that blow for Real Sociedad by giving them a bit more over a longer extended period. So we saved money on that short term, let's call it. So Zubi, in some way, shape, or form, saved money. Mosquera, in some way, shape, or form, saved money. Kepa, in some way, shape, or form, saved money. Good business, great business. Those were the words. Those were the words. Gyökeres, Sheshko looked like he was the one at one point. And then all of a sudden, oh, the fee's getting a bit mad. Circle round, Gyökeres, great deal, 60 million. Bob's your uncle. You could argue we saved money there as well, right? You could argue that. Landed on the guy I wanted over the other guy, but you could call it saved money there. Saved money for what? Did all that saved money go to Noni? Because as things unfold, Eze to Tottenham, 55 mil plus 5 mil in add-ons. I know it hasn't been confirmed by Fabrizio or David Ornstein, but Fabrizio tweeted earlier today, negotiations for Eze to Spurs are again underway after 55 million plus 5 million proposal yesterday. Daniel Levy and Steve Parish in direct contact to seal the agreement. Now, Ben Jacobs followed that up with Tottenham have reached an agreement in principle with Crystal Palace for Eze. Palace must now find a replacement with Eze waiting and training as normal. And he adds, fee agreed, with Palace now accelerating efforts to find a replacement. Eze will train as normal as he waits for Palace. Talks ongoing over Bilal El Khanous of Leicester, I believe, who remains one of the leading options. In and around the Noni, you know, price range, no? But that's who Arteta was obsessed with. That's why we got that one signed, sealed, delivered. Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, through the door, nice and early. Here's a holiday. Don't come Singapore. Take a break. You've been going mad in the Club World Cup. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. The reason we rushed that deal in, from the strong interest to over the line was because that was the prime target. The target. And he's come on in left wing in every appearance he's made. So foolish me for thinking Rodrigo there was a chance. Foolish me. Like I said, big unless, massive unless we go and move on Martinelli in the next few days, or this shit really ain't Uno and it is chess and Trossard somehow gets a pay rise, then moves to Saudi Arabia or something, and it all makes sense in a few days. I don't see how I come out the other end a happy man. And people will say it's difficult to make you a happy man. Not really. Not really. There's gaps, fill the gaps. Doesn't always work, but you got to try. And Arsenal in the Emirates era, there's been many a gap, and we haven't tried to fill it. And we've gone into many a season, the majority of seasons. To be honest, how many years we've been in the Emirates now? 06, 05, 19 years. 18 of 19 years we've done that in the summer window. Januaries, you can add hella Januaries on top of that as well. It looks like business is slowly but surely coming to an end. Some will say it ended, and I'm here just talking for nothing. Maybe. But last year, remember, people, I gave benefit of doubt. You're on my channel. Go into the search bar. Look at the content I did last summer. Barely judged a thing. Let them do what they needed to do, or what I thought they needed to do. They did neither. They didn't do what they need to do. They didn't do what I thought they needed to do. I don't even think they did what they think they needed to do. But Sterling came in deadline day, and we know the rest from there. And again, people wonder why I am the way I am. Who does this? Here's a pay rise. No extension, pay rise. This is up there with, to be honest, this one was worse. Do you remember Kieran Gibbs? West Brom bid about 10 mil for him. We rejected it, turned around and said 12 mil. And then they said, nah, came back with 7 mil towards the end of the window. Guess what we did? Accepted it. Hey, name me another club that does this with this level of consistency. Because they consistently fuck about. Consistently. Year in, year out. Transfer window in, transfer window out. January, June, doesn't matter. Both begin with J. That's the only similarities. Check, only signing the whole summer. Done nice and early. 10 mil, check. Wow, Premier League legends. All-timer. Surely an improvement. Then we was the only club not to sign an outfield player in the top 5 leagues. Amazing. Another gem in the Arsenal crown of the Emirates era. Another gem. Shining one. Kallstrom. Remember Kallstrom? We needed a striker in January. This club went and bought Kim Kallstrom, or loaned Kim Kallstrom, only to find out he's got a fractured vertebrae. We need a striker. We sign a centre mid defensive midfielder. Not only is he a centre midfielder, defensive midfielder, he has a fractured vertebrae. His back is gone. Or Neto. We need a keeper for Carabao Cup. Raya can't play all the games. Come on. So let's go get a keeper that's cup tied for Carabao Cup. Genius. I believe there's a room somewhere in that Emirates or somewhere in that KSC, wherever they are in America. I believe there's a room where they go in and make the silliest of suggestions, or put it in a box maybe. Maybe there's a box in the front by the receptionist. And every month they're asked, put a silly suggestion in here. Just put anything. Put in that we should go buy a midfielder that has a fractured vertebrae. Put that in there. It might happen. Or put in there that this club go get Sterling from Chelsea, Finnish player. Put it in there. Might happen. Put in that, oh, you think we're selling Trossard? Nah, we're giving him a pay rise, no extension. Put that in there. Might happen. Might happen. We always mess about. Negative Turkish. Negativity sells, clicks, likes, views. I remind people, go back to my Yokeres vid. Happy man, a lot of views. Could be happier. League title, it would be a lot of views. Trust me on that. We haven't seen the flip side to it because since content creation has been a thing, Arsenal haven't won a major honour. FA Cups, yes. Major honour. Premier League, no. Champions League, never. So until you see views, once we hit the highest of highs, can't compare it to the lowest of lows. And I know we're not at the lowest of lows right now, but we're doing the same shit we were doing that led to the lowest of lows. And that was a loss-making company, a loss-making club. That was a club with a wage bill so tight. The less said, the better. That was a club finishing outside the top 4, eventually outside the top 6. Guess what led to that? Self-sustainability. Scrimping, saving, not doing the obvious. Utter stupidity at times. Complete and utter nonsense at times. Put it all in. All those ingredients. It smells funny. Don't smell good. And that's been our transfer windows over the Emirates era. I think these men really believe that few weeks of Mosquera, Zubamendi, Madueke, Gyökeres, I really believe they thought we're going to go mad. They probably sat in an office saying, hey, let's just do this one after the other. Boop, 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 boop. These men are going to go. And best believe a lot of us have gone mad, as we do. I mean, a lot went mad for Sterling. Crazy people. What more can I say? But they probably thought this is going to bang. It hasn't banged. It hasn't banged. But 3 points out of 3. We won game week 1. United away Old Trafford. Tough place to go. Not about the performance. It's about the points. Cool. Agree. But we're going to have to play better than that over the next 37 games. That's for sure. There's only a handful of those you can have. So, yeah, there's the news. Trossard, new deal, pay rise, no extension. And Eze, close to a agreement with Spurs. In fact, it looks like personal terms have been agreed. It looks like a fee's been agreed. It looks like the player wants to go. I mean, this is simple maths. You know, unless Marinakis comes out of nowhere and you know holds Eze hostage and manages to pull out another extension, albeit for another club, I don't see how this one goes down the drain like Gibbs White did. I did Eze updates on this channel. I'm a mug. This is the last one. No more updates on Eberechi Eze. It is what it is. It is what it is. And it's never enough. That's how I see Arsenal summer transfer windows. It is what it is, but it's never enough. It is what it is, but it's never enough. People, that is the news. Trossard signs, new deal, no extension, but a pay rise. And Eze on the verge of a Spurs move. And Arsenal, looks like business might be done. Unless in the next 12 days, we pull a rabbit out of the hat. And by rabbit, I mean Rodrigo. And by hat, I mean Real Madrid. We got more chance of pulling a rabbit out of a hat. We'll see if it happens, people. I've seen many a magician pull a rabbit out of a hat. And I've actually seen us pull a magician out of Madrid in the past too, on deadline day. Please surprise me again. Let me end this video before I start hoping and believing and talking absolute and utter nonsense. Love for the love. Hit the like button. Make sure you're subscribed. Trossard, well done. I don't get it. Arsenal, what are you doing? Eze, on to the next one.